apologies for the technical difficulties. I think we're good now. Trevor Allen, Taylor Morris here. Apologies for the audio technical difficulties. I think we're good now. But I guess it was good practice for us, Taylor.
We love talking to nobody.
Yeah, exactly. So just for those of you who couldn't hear us and not know who's so Rob Lee got a single and then went home on an RBI double from Boston Sunberg for Skyridge. Now, Taylor, go ahead and give us the lineup for Mountain Ridge.
So for Mountain Ridge, leading off, we got Brody Buck. Batting second, playing right field, we got Riker Morton. Batting third, playing center field, we got Cooper Goff. Batting fourth, playing first base, Brody Gerard. Batting fifth, DHing, we got Carson Frankhauser. Batting sixth, playing third base, Boston Swain. Batting seventh, playing left field, we got Dalton Fay. Batting eighth, playing second base, we got Alex Krasner. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, we got Carter Bell. And then pitching, we got Schaefer Dixon.
And that one is lifted deep into center field, and it is collected there on defense by Miles Robinson in center field. And he was hit right there, and so he'll head to first base. Cooper Goff now will come to the plate. And then we'll get pitching numbers as well for Skyridge, for Grayson Bauer. That one's a called strike one.
How about Riker taking one for the team? Huh?
Yeah.
That's what you want in the playoffs. Those are the best guys to play with. So, a guy willing to sacrifice for his team, putting his body out there, trying to get the win at any cost.
Bauer, 7 appearances, 1-2 record, 4.67 ERA. And he's given up 2 home runs, but he has 8 strikeouts. Now Goff facing an 0-1 count. And that one sounds like a strike 2, according to the crowd. Nope, ball 1. So it was the wrong crowd that was upset about that. It was the other side.
You know what? One of the crowds got excited. One was not very happy. It usually happens, right?
Yeah, for sure. Go over to first.
Yeah, both teams are being aggressive.
I was just about to say both of them are really focused on trying to get that pick off.
Oh, he looked like he wanted to go there.
Out one, chopper to right field. What a catch made there by Zayden Bai. And try to go back to first, but he's still safe. So 2 outs now. Still a runner on first, excuse me. Now coming to the plate is Brody Gerard.
What a fun venue to play a ball at.
Yeah, and the backdrop.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's like that at every ballpark here in Utah, it seems like.
Very true.
Really, anywhere you go, as long as you have the Wasatch Mountains in the background, or you're in good shape.
Yep.
Especially when we had rain this morning. It's in the 50s.
Yep. It's a pretty chilly day. It's some ball.
Not baseball weather, that's for sure. Here's the pitch. And just went over the third base glove. And that'll be a base hit for Gerard. So now a runner on first and a runner on second with 2 outs. Fankhauser is up next, batting in the 5 hole. He's the designated hitter.
And each of these guys are just trying to just stay within themselves, right? Not trying to get too big, not let the moment get to you. Just see your pitch, stay patient, trust in the guy behind you, and the momentum is contagious, and it is like that in every sport, but it's really like that in baseball too, where guys start getting hits, you start seeing pitches better, you start believing in each other, and things just start coming together. So
1-0 the count for Fankhauser, with Bauer checking second, and he'll hit him right in the back, and Fankhauser will head to first, and the bases are loaded here with 2 outs. And Boston Swain will come to the plate.
2 guys getting hit, 2 guys not trying to get out of the way, right? That just tells you that's part of the coaching, which I love. Hey, if the ball's coming at you, wear it. Take one for the team. We get the next guy up.
As long as it's not hitting 100 miles an hour.
You might have to make some business decisions if it's coming 100 miles an hour. Back in the zone for Grayson, which is big, right? You just hit a guy, get ahead in the count here with a strike, which he did.
Here's the pitch from Bauer. That one's outside for a ball. Even the count 1-1.
Love the energy already. Early game, it's cold. Everybody's fired up. Fans are ready to go.
Boston Swain, the third baseman, trying to score runs. And Swain was just nodding his head as the crowd was booing. Now Bauer. The 2-1. That one's upstairs. Ball 3. Hitters count here.
Yep, coach is telling him, hey, look for something pretty. If it's not rough, if it's not fat there, don't take it. But, he's got runners on. He knows he trusts his guys. He said, if it's there, take a swing at it. Make sure it's your pitch. See something he didn't want.
And that will walk Swain, and that'll bring in a run for the Sentinels. And we're all knotted up at 1.
Yeah, this is the right move by Coach Roberts. I believe that's Coach Roberts. But they want to get out there and calm his pitcher down, right?
Yeah.
You got one run in. You hit a guy. You've walked a guy. The last thing that Roberts wants here is for them to keep walking and letting guys get hit. He wants his pitcher to go deep in this game. It's a long tournament. Can't be going to the bullpen this early. So he's going out there saying, hey, it's fine. It's just one run. Get us a ground ball. Throw some strikes here. And let's get out of this inning and go hit.
Something to keep in mind is pitching, the pitch count. If you go between 86 and 110 pitches, you have to have 3 days rest. 61 through 85 pitches, that's 2 days rest. 36 through 60 is 1 day rest. And 1 through 35, you do not need a day off.
And that's, it gets more important in the playoffs than it does the regular season because there's not really a lot of time, right, for rest. So you got to be careful. And you're going to see that come into play as this game moves along, making sure you're wearing pitch counts.
And also, no pitcher may throw more than 75 pitches over 2 days, and that is a hard stop. So on that 75th pitch through 2 days, you have to make a pitching change. Now, if you go 110 pitches and you're in the middle of the at-bat, you can finish the batter before being swapped out. 0-1 the count now as Dalton Fay is at the plate, 7-hole. And that one is inside, ball 1. And Coach Roberts was saying something to one of his players. I don't know if it was to Bauer or if it was to the shortstop, Rip Roberts. But right now, Bauer with 18 pitches in this inning. And that goes just above his head. And ball 2.
Hey, he's got to lock back in here. Get a strike. You got to. You can't go with another walk here. I mean, obviously, you can't throw something fat, but we got to be around the plate here for something. We can't keep walking.
And that one just nearly hit his arm. So he's hugging that inside.
And Mountain Ridge is staying patient. Props to them. They're staying patient. They're saying, hey, we got bases loaded, but we don't need to be swinging away yet. We'll just get our pitch, and if we walk, we'll walk. We got guys behind us who can hit too.
Here's the pitch, and a ball 4. And that'll bring in another run. So 2 straight walks, right?
Yeah, we got 2 straight walks, and then we had a hit by batter. So we got hit by batter and then 2 straight walks.
Yep.
So.
And now it's 2-1 in favor of Mountain Ridge. The battle of the ridges, Skyridge and Mountain Ridge. And we're at the 8-hole hitter, Alex Krasner. He's the second baseman, number 4. Now on strike 1.
In the zone there. Got back in the zone.
This is a big at-bat here for Skyridge and Grayson Bauer. And he hits him.
Yeah, that can't happen.
And another walk. This time hit by pitch. I believe that's his 3rd hit by pitch.
Especially as you get to the bottom of the order, this is where you really need to attack. The last thing you want here is you get to 9-hole and then you flip us over. Especially this level, we got to get this guy out. We can't let this get back to the top of the order.
And Carter Bell, the shortstop, will come to the plate in the bottom of the order. And if he gets on board, then we'll go back to the top of the order with Brody Buck. And ball 1. And now on just outside, but that hugged the corner, stayed in the strike zone for strike 1. So 1-1 the count here for Bauer. Here's the pitch. That one is sky high, but the play will be made in right field, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs scored on just 1 hit, and the Sentinels with a 3-1 lead heading into the top of the 2nd here on KSLSports.com.
Back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring.
Leading off for Skyridge is Brady Butters. Now, strike 2, swing and a miss there. As Dixon is dealing to start out, 2 strikes.
Exactly what Coach wanted going into the second. Attack these hitters, especially as you get near the bottom lineup.
So we're here in the bottom of the order. 6, 7, 8 hitters. Chopper to second. Over to first for the out. So 1 down. Here to lead off the inning for Mountain Ridge.
As the game goes on, he's going to get more and more comfortable, too, being on the mound, especially the stud that he is. And that's where Skyridge has still got to continue to make it difficult on him. Making him come to him, taking pitches, making sure they stay within themselves in the zone, and they want to try to drive that pitch count up.
Bo Larson at the plate. Fouled off. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a base hit. So a single for Bo Larson.
He didn't try to do anything crazy there. Just a little inside out, getting the ball through the gap there. When you're facing a good pitcher like this, that's where it gets challenging. You got to make sure he comes within you. He's got a arsenal of pitches, but make sure he still comes in your area, in your zone. Don't help him out.
First pitch was fouled off. Here's the pitch from Dixon. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. That one goes inside. He had to get back out of the way there for ball 2. Dixon delivers. That one's fouled off. Right over at the on-deck circle.
The other thing that plays into this, too, is, it is chilly day. So, it takes a little bit to get warm, get loose. Even as a pitcher, he's just still getting loose. It's going to take him a little bit just to make sure you get warm and where you don't even notice anymore. You don't notice the cold.
Grayson Bauer fouled that one off as well to keep the at-bat alive. 2-2 the count. 1 out, 1 on. Bo Larson's at first. Here's the pitch. That one goes low for ball 3,
That's
and
exactly
the count's full.
The bat he needed right there. Just bring him to a full here, make him come to you still.
Bauer struggled pitching in that top of the first inning, looking to get a good at-bat here, and he does as he'll reach base on balls. Mason Omai.
It's our guy.
Yeah,
Mason
bottom of the
Omai.
order. We're waiting for an Omai moment. Maybe we'll get it here. As we go to the bottom of the order here for Skyridge, Miles Robinson due up next for the Falcons. The number 7 seed out of Region 3. Here's the pitch from Dixon. That one's skied to right field, and they say it's foul.
Just a few feet foul there.
Very close, though. Very close. Dixon checks second. That one's
Right on the
that was right on the corner. I was going to
Those
say that
pitches
was a
are tough
little
to hit.
outside, but call a strike, and
Yeah, there's not much you can do with that.
that was a great pitch.
Now you just got to battle up.
0-2. Here for Omai. That one goes outside. That one I know is a ball.
Nice pick by the catcher there off the turf. That is one thing about turf that makes it a lot easier than dirt is you don't have to worry about hitting rocks or bad hops. Everything's gonna be true. So
Yeah.
at least for me, a lot of guys playing turf is a lot more fun to play on than grass because and dirt because you know what you're going to get. You can play it true.
That, and then your uniforms don't get really dirty when you have to play the next day.
Well, they still get dirt. If you're sliding, you're still going to get the black, which
Yeah.
is even worse because you get
True.
that turf black. But,
Yeah, you get that. You
better
get the
than
like
St.
pebbles.
George red, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, swing and a miss, and that's the first K of the day for Schaefer Dixon. Miles Robinson will now come to the plate. He was caught stealing after reaching base on balls. His first at bat. Tried to steal second. We'll see if he'll dance in the box this time. Because, yeah, he got up, 3-1 in the count?
And then 3-0.
3-0, and then just started dancing a little bit, thinking he was going to get to walk. And
I love it.
he eventually did, but
Show some energy.
yeah.
Hey, whatever you got to do.
Waking
get on
up a little
base.
bit. It's 11:40. Let's go.
What a swing.
Chopper to right field, and that'll be a base hit, and that will bring the runner home. And he is safe at second. A run is scored, so that's an RBI double for Miles Robinson.
Now they're in a good spot. Get nice 2-out hitting. He just stay within himself, right? He didn't try to do too much. Got an inside fastball, turned on it. Got to second. And now you're in a position where you're getting to the top of your lineup. You got 2 outs still, but you're starting to roll over the top of the lineup. You got Luke up here now, and it's you're at a point in the lineup where you want to be. Just all it does is take
The
another hit to the
second.
infield.
Trevor Allen, Taylor Morris here with you as Mountain Ridge will try to extend their lead here in bracket play. No one's getting eliminated today, but the winner of this game will take on the winner of Corner Canyon Lone Peak, which is our next game coming up at round 1:30. They will play tomorrow at 4:30. The loser of this game will play the loser of Corner Canyon Lone Peak at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Bauer, and I think he hit the shin.
But I think he's saying he had his bat out there and he's going to call a strike. Looks like. Yep.
As we're at the top of the order.
That's tough, especially when you get the ball at you and you just leave the bat out there too long and should be on first base, but unfortunately it's a strike.
So we're at the top of the order. Riker Morton and Cooper Goff after these two, and then if we get to that point, Brody Garrard, as now it's 2-1 is the count for Bauer.
Larson's been playing up. Looks like he obviously after that bunt attempt, but he's good to back now. Thinks he's not going to bunt anymore.
Called strike there, 2-2. So 4 hits for Skyridge, just 1 for Mountain Ridge, but a lot of their runs were scored on walks. So it goes inside, and Bauer walks him. So he'll reach base on balls. And that'll bring up Riker Morton. Bauer's at 29 pitches.
Catcher gets on, gets the bench fired up. Love to see that.
Riker Morton reached base. He was hit by a pitch.
Another mound visit here.
Yeah, it looks like we'll see if they take the ball. There is some activity in the bullpen for the Falcons. And they are going to take the ball from him. We'll find out who the new pitcher is. We'll take a break and let you know who it is after this.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
New pitcher coming in is number 28 for Skyridge, and that'll be Nathan Whitehead. He'll come in to pitch.
14 appearances on the season, so definitely not new to him, right? Coming in this spot, 3.80 ERA. So, pitching some games that probably they needed him, close games, and coach obviously trusts him to bring him in here to
3-0 record, and also he's given up 2 home runs, 16 strikeouts, 14 base on balls. Not bad. 19 earned runs. And now he'll take the mound here for the Falcons. So coming to the plate, number 21. That is Riker Morton. And Brody Buck is on first after reaching base on balls. So 1 inning of work for Bauer. That one's into the turf on a wild pitch, and Brody Buck will head to second base. I think that's a speed-up runner.
It is.
I think it's number 33. Will Brown. Thought I saw 2 threes.
Kind of hard to see from
Yeah,
here.
and some of the, like, on the front of the jersey, it's hard to see, like, when they're, like, crouched over, and, like, for Skyridge, their numbers are not, like, the back of their uniforms. So it took us a minute to get the pitcher's number just because of where we're at, and now we can clearly see it's 28, but
Coach is saying, hey, exactly what we wanted. Get 1-2 count here. Let's not throw anything fat here. Just keep attacking. Keep that guy on second. Focus on the batter. And Robley's, trying to keep him close, obviously. That's kind of, you want to make sure he doesn't have that free pass to just run a third and he doesn't think he's going to get picked off. So you got to hold him and then get over to your spot.
now he'll back up. Here's the pitch. Lifted high into left center, and it is collected and thrown to third as Will Brown is safe at third after tagging up.
That's a big tag up, right? Because are you only now at 1 out and second base, but now another sacrifice fly scores a run, as you get to third. So is that going to happen? Who knows? But it puts you in a position now where you can try to steal another run here. Even just a single you score, sacrifice fly you score. It's a huge thing to just move up the bases and give yourself better chances to score.
Cooper Goff come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Oh, excuse me. Brody Gerard is at the plate. And he is 1 for 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. A runner on third, and that's Will Brown. That one is high.
What a tag.
And he's able to tag him out. That's out number 2 as he's caught stealing. Is Goff.
What a good throw by the catcher. I don't think people realize, too, how hard that is as a middle infielder. To see that ball either pick it off the turf and then try to locate the runner, right? Locate the runner's running inside, outside. So to be able to pick that and make a tag, that's an excellent play.
That one's right in the strike zone for strike 2. 1-2 the count.
And that's the best feeling as a pitcher, too, knowing that, look, I didn't have to get a guy out here. My catcher went and threw him out, and my middle infielder made a nice play, and now I got 2. Now I just got to get one more out.
And they hold it there as Will Brown tried to head home on the wild pitch. Umpire says, no, head back to third.
Looks like you got a foul ball there, a nick or something up the baseball.
Yeah. So 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And a big strikeout to end the inning for Skyridge.
Exactly what Coach wanted right there. Get us out of the jam.
And he did just that. We'll be back with the bottom of the third after this. Bottom of the third, top of the fourth. They just didn't put a 0 on the scoreboards for the home team.
Yeah,
so,
like
Taylor, I'm not crazy.
You're not I'll give you a pass.
So, Skyridge up to the plate, and Rip Roberts swing and a miss as he'll lead off.
He was
the 3-4-5 hitters.
He was looking fastball there, didn't get it. You could just tell by the way he swung. That slide looked like a little slider there, and he was an expecting fastball.
Roberts chopper. It'll be foul, but he flew out to right field in his first at bat.
Now it's just all about battling, right? Make him come to you. Maybe scoot up on the plate. Just put something in play.
Oh, 2 the count. That one is outside and low. Ball 1.
Just fighting, see?
Yep, fouled off. Do you think he was maybe reaching for a little bit on that one?
No, I think he's just out in front. I mean, he's probably just protecting, and so your bats are going to look a little different, right? I mean, you can't have the free will swing that you do when you don't have 2 strikes. So he's just putting the bat on the ball there, that's what you're supposed to do.
Now one goes up. He had to duck. He had to back up a little bit with his head. Ball 1. 44 pitches for Dixon as we are in the top of the 4th.
Nope.
And check swing.
Good take.
And they say yes.
Yeah, I don't think he went there, but
so
umpire believes he did.
Strikeout there for Rip Roberts. And
That's
the
tough.
leadoff man is out.
That's the thing like any sport, right? I mean, sometimes calls are going to go away, sometimes they don't. It's just how do you react to those changes and then those calls and just get back into the game.
That one's outside for ball 1. As number 19, Boston Sundberg, has an RBI double in the first inning.
Getting to a nice hitter's count here, 2-0. It's going to look for his pitch.
And another ball. So far, a hitter's count for Sundberg.
Now, does coach give him the green light here or not? It depends on the team. Each team's different. Hey, are we a free swing team, or are we're 3-0, we're taking team? Looks like he's taken.
And that is strike 1.
Also, it depends on who's up and runners, right? Scenario.
Yeah, no runners on, 1 out. Fouled off behind home plate. Good thing there was a net there, otherwise that might have scared the you-know-what out of the press box.
We could have got a free souvenir. I mean, hopefully get one of those, right?
Yeah,
of course,
no, you got to give those back.
Not the cause of it, unfortunately.
The budget does not allow for you to take home a foul ball at a high school
I might
tournament.
be charged on the way out.
Yeah, you might have to pay for that bad boy as he'll walk head to first base.
That's the at bat you want to have right there. Just find a way on.
So Sundberg is aboard. Zayden Bai is at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Wait, we're not in the top of the fourth. They are messing me up on this scoreboard, man. Top of the third. I promise I'm not going crazy. Taylor can attest to this.
He's going crazy.
No, I'm not. Taylor, stop it. So we're in the top of – because I'm like sitting here on my scorecard. I'm like, we're not in the fourth inning.
Right.
Over
Taylor
to
made double play
second,
right there.
double play.
Yep.
So that'll be a 6-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning. Through 2.5. It is 3-2 in favor of Mountain Ridge. We'll be back after this. Carson Fankhauser will lead off for Mountain Ridge here in the bottom of the third. That I can confirm now.
There you go, Trev.
Taylor, I need you to stick up for me here.
You know, I'll do that off air, but on air we're going to give you a hard time.
I don't like that. Might need to find a new partner for the next 3 games and tomorrow. Chopper into right center, and that'll be a base hit. Leadoff single for Carson Fankhauser.
Just finding a way on. You know, we were just talking about how cold it is today. Hopefully it warms up. But
yeah, it is supposed to warm up. Like the crappy weather is supposed to be today. So as long as the rain holds off, we should be good. And then the rest of the week, according to the KSL weather app, which, by the way, you guys can download for free. Shameless plug there for our friends at KSL Weather. It should start warming up to where Friday people are going to be in shorts and sweating. Then they will be bundled up and with blankets and coats and layers.
I'd rather be sweating than bundled up, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
especially playing ball.
I'm the exact same way.
You know, quick story. One time we had a game in Memphis. This was in college. We played a game in Memphis. It was 10 degrees, and I didn't want to get off the bus. That was a game
I'm not playing.
That was the only game of my entire baseball career I did not want to play.
I'm not playing in 10-degree weather.
I didn't care if I was sitting on the bench that game.
Jeez, Taylor, I just found out a whole new side of you. That one will be a base hit as well, so back-to-back base hits. But he's going to go to second.
Something in the gap.
Boston Swain, he's going to go to third. Will he get there? And they say I was looking at the one umpire.
They call him out.
They call him out. So credit him for a double. But he is out. But that also brings a run home, so it's an RBI double for Boston Swain as Carson Fankhauser comes home.
That's tough to get the first out at third like that, especially after a double.
I mean, it was looking good, but that was a great throw to third.
Yeah, he also had a hitch. He held up at second. He didn't know what he was going to do for half a second there, and unfortunately, sometimes that's the difference between a safe and an out. But you got to make that decision, come around the base, look at the coach. Hey, am I going or am I staying? Right?
Yeah.
There can't be any indecision there going around the base. If there is, just go back to second.
Yeah. Well, also, you could also think that maybe they would, like, overthrow it to, like, one side, and then they'd have to go get it and not get to the bag. But that was right at the bag.
That was a great throw.
That was a great throw.
Great relay, too. That's exactly how you teach it, right?
So now it's 4-2 in favor of the Sentinels, the Region 2 champs, the number 2 seed here in bracket play. Skyridge finished 5th in Region 3. Needed a 3-game series against Copper Hills to advance here.
They're tough regions.
Yeah. No, 6A is legit, like, across the board.
That just means you have to bring it every night, you know?
You definitely do, and that'll be a walk. So reaching base on balls is Dalton Fay. So no outs. A runner on first. And Alex Krasner is due up next. Whitehead at 19 pitches. That one's fouled off for pitch number 20. And Krasner reached base on balls his first at bat. That one, he had to lift up his arms a little bit. Ball one, evens the count at 1-1. Want to give a shout out, our cameraman Austin Bigelow, who's out in the elements. And we're in this nice little booth with heaters. It's good stuff. No, really, Austin's doing a great job. He actually just became a dad, Taylor.
Oh, congratulations.
Part of fatherhood now.
A fatherhood. I mean, you got that dad strength now. You don't have that until you become a dad.
Yeah, you really
So it's
don't.
a real thing.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be sitting on a bus saying I'm not playing a baseball game in 10-degree weather, right?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be a sissy like I was.
Yeah.
I was a
there
little
you go.
soft. I'd admit it. You know, I didn't want to play in 10 degrees. 110 all day. 10, I'm good.
110, I might die.
Yeah, I'll play 110 over 10 any day.
I mean, I would too,
Body's
but
tight,
like thing is,
cold.
you can't wear shorts in baseball.
True, but you know what? You're out there. Your body's loose, extra loose. Nice 110-degree weather. It's beautiful. Love
Look,
it.
I can do 90s. I can do even 100, but 110, no thanks.
Well, it depends.
I'd probably stay on the bus with the fan on.
Well, it's probably where the heat is too. You're playing in Florida, and it's 90 degrees. It's not very fun.
And then you got humidity too.
You're playing in Vegas. It's like, okay, I can do this.
Vegas. I know it's dry heat, but still, hot is hot, man.
It's true.
110 is 110. I don't care what the humidity is.
I didn't like when my body felt loose. I mean, I'm curious what other players think, but I just like when my body felt loose. And when it was hot, they felt loose.
So after a mound visit, Whitehead will deliver to Krasner. As the count is now 1-2 after that foul ball. 1 out. And a runner on first after Dalton Fay reached base on balls.
I know Whitehead gave up the double in the gap, but I mean he's doing what's been asked of him, right? Come in, throw strikes, attack them, make them beat you. Mountain Ridge is a good team, right? Like it's going to be kind of impossible to throw a perfect game here, but he's got to keep attacking like he has been.
Here's the pitch, chopper, grounder over to tried to get it to second for the double play, and instead he'll reach on an error. So that'll be an E4?
E6.
E6.
Yeah, I think that was a bad throw by Roberts. Second baseman probably should have had it. In those situations where the ball's off a little bit, I mean, second baseman's expect him to be to his chest. But if it's off a little bit, go play a first baseman, right? Take your step, play it like you're playing first base. Just get the out, catch it. We're not worried about turning two at that point. Let's just get an out. So hopefully it's something he should have caught. But, yeah, definitely the throw was off by a shortstop.
And that is the first error, I believe, for Mountain Ridge. Although they haven't credited him with an error yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
They've only credited Skyridge. Oh, wait, yeah, they did. Sorry, it was the wrong team. It's still morning for me, folks, even though it's 12:08. I apologize. So that is the first error of the ball game period.
If anybody's got coffee nearby and wants to bring it to Trevor, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Lifted to center, left center, and the catch is made for out number 2.
And that's what we call picking up your team. Whitehead comes back out there, gets another out, and says to Roberts, hey, I got you. I know you made an error, but it's all good. Forget about it. I'm going to get you one more out here, and we're going to go hit.
Now we head to the top of the order with Brody Buck. And for Buck, we'll get his line here in just a minute. He's 0 for 1. He did reach base on balls his last at bat in the second inning.
Yep.
And 0-1 is the count for Whitehead, who came in relief in the second inning. Outside corner. Ball 1, excuse me. 1-1 the count. So just to catch you up, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for Skyridge, and 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Sentinels. And if you're just joining us, in that first inning, 3 runs were scored all off of walks when the bases were loaded, or hit by pitch. It was one of those 2.
It doesn't matter how you get it, as long as you get it.
The runs came in, they're on the scoreboard, and then they scored another one in the bottom of the third in this inning to make it 4-2. Skyridge had a run in each of the first and the second inning, and that's where we stand right now.
Looks like Buck didn't like that call. Looked like it was a little up, but, now it's, hey, we got to move past that. We got to adjust and just battle up here.
And you can't challenge calls at the high school level.
No. You also have to know that, look, you got to start figuring out that umpire zone. Where does he like to call it, right? And then adjust from there.
That one is a little high.
Looked like it was kind of about the same spot, unless it was off the plate a little bit, but I guess it's kind of hard to see from this angle. But
yeah, that one's a ball too. We've actually got a pretty good vantage point, over to the side, because that is a tall umpire. So if we were directly behind him, that might be hard to see some of the pitches. He's trying to go to second. That one was more of a lob, because I think as he turned, he didn't see that he was at second and said, okay, I got to float this over to him.
Yep, exactly. And if he doesn't throw, that's a balk, right? Because he didn't step off. So he's got to throw it. I don't know if they had some kind of play on there that Roberts wasn't aware of, or or something, because sometimes there's plays for that, right?
Yeah, which then, if it was a balk, then he would go to each runner would advance, right?
Yep, and then it'd be a ball as well.
Yeah, so base on balls.
Yeah, it just looked like there was a play on there. They look like sometimes they'll put a play on. Maybe Whitehead just thought he was there, and then Roberts left as soon as he had his back turned. Sometimes that happens too. I mean, those things happen. See, runners are running. Yep.
And that'll be a ball 4. He'll take his base. So that's the second time that Brody Buck has reached base on balls in consecutive. And because he is a catcher, he gets a speed up runner. So if you're a pitcher or a catcher, you get a speed up runner. And that's where Will Brown comes in. He already scored a run earlier. The last time he was a speed up runner. So 2 outs. And the bases are loaded. Big moment here for Whitehead and Skyridge. A little bit of a jam. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Even the count at 1-1.
Morton just took a hack there, which you love to see, but Whitehead's got to keep attacking here.
Riker Morton is 0 for 1 as well, and he was also hit by a pitch.
If I'm the coach too, I'm saying, hey, look, we saw the stats of Cooper Goff, 7 home runs. He's batting, he has a great average. I'm trying to attack Morton here. Even if I'm a little less, precisive and maybe release something over the plate, I'd rather attack Morton here personally, but I guess that's up to the coach. It's also easier said than done. You can say, hey, throw strikes. It's not that easy. I mean,
it's hard to throw strikes.
It's hard to throw strikes, especially in high-pressure situations.
3-1 the count. Bases loaded. Here's the payoff, or the bases loaded pitch.
Good pitch there on the outside corner.
And they're going to say strike.
Yep.
Now it's full count, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Now Mountain Ridge coach is saying, hey, make sure he goes home because everybody's going to run here. You got a base hit. That's going to be easy, 2 runs, potentially.
Find a gap, yeah.
3 runs here, especially with the runners running, but don't get backpicked here. Just make sure he goes home first. Looks like he's out of the full windup, so it's not a problem.
And Morton calls timeout.
As soon as that left foot moves back to pitch, you're running. You're on third base. Just make sure you don't run right to the batter because you're gonna wear a bat. But just get out of the way a little bit.
That would hurt more than a ball.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with the metal bats. Here's the payoff. Fouled off.
I think any bat would hurt.
I mean, definitely, especially with how fast you swing it.
Yep. Another full count pitch here.
Whitehead trying to get out of this jam. Only allowing 1 run here in the inning. Here's the payoff. And that one is lifted high. Sky high. It'll go into the infield, and the catch is made by the first baseman, and he'll get out of the jam, just allowing 1 run. Leading off in the top of the 4th inning is Brady Butters. He's the first baseman. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second, and now he grounded to short on this at-bat, and just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Good play by Bell. Backhand, third baseman's coming, so you don't know if he's going to get to it or not. Obviously, it's ideally the third baseman gets there and plays that, but backhand, Tyler's got a strong arm across his body, back over to first, so great play. Great play by Bell.
And Bo Larson is up next. He had a single in his at-bat in the 2nd inning and later scored a run. One of the 2 runs for Skyridge. Dixon. That one is sent to right field, and it'll be a base hit for Bo Larson. So back-to-back singles for Bo.
Didn't try to do anything too much there. A little inside out. They've been doing a lot of that today. A little inside out. Must be something they're working on in practice. But yeah, a little inside out, just putting the hand to the bat, bat to the ball, and just not trying to do too much with it.
That one's inside for ball 1. So 1 out, 1 on. And that's not Grayson Bauer anymore. That's Whitehead. Oh, no, it is Bauer. Bauer's still batting as Whitehead is in relief. And Bauer reached base on balls his last at-bat. That one's fouled off. That might hit the parking lot and over here in the back, and it does. Hopefully it doesn't hit a car.
And hopefully it does. At least it's your car, not mine.
You'd have to hit that thing so hard for it to hit my car.
Yeah.
Yes. Bauer will head to first.
That doesn't feel good. Right on the arm, but it'll fire the team up.
And now the umpire's going to come and make sure everything's good, that we don't have an incident at the mound.
Yeah, yes, it's one of those things. It's just, fortunately, it happens, especially 1-2 count. Nobody's trying to hit anybody.
Yeah.
It's a playoff game. Sometimes you just try to throw high and inside, and it gets away from you.
Coach Roberts retrieving a baseball behind home plate. How about that? Skipper. He's not above doing the dirty work.
Showing his team how it's done.
Yeah. Like, hey, if I can go get a foul ball, you can.
Teach the young guys how to do it.
Also, credit to Brock Whitney, the head coach of Mountain Ridge, who's done a great job with this Sentinels program. They were not projected to win Region 2 in the preseason poll. That was Riverton, and they went on to get the Region 2 title outright. So credit to Brock Whitney and his staff.
Guess that's why you play the games, right?
And that one is crushed into left field, and the catch is made. He had to go back a little bit, and now guys tag up and advance. So Bo Larson is now at third, and Bauer is at second.
Yeah, Faye was out there just kind of leaning, right? That's what we, in ball terms, it's what we teach is, hey, get out there and get to the ball, right? And stop just moving your feet slowly. Let's get to a position, because as you're moving more like that, it's harder to catch the ball. So sometimes it happens. I don't know if there might be wind out there, right? Maybe pushing it out. Who knows? But just want to try to get to that position and instead of being leaning with the ball.
Mason Omai, as the umpire was, did they intentionally walk him? I think they did. So the bases are loaded.
They must, obviously they want the force everywhere around, and they must feel like they can attack Robley here.
Yeah, and they have. I wonder what happened with Mason Omai. As that is a base hit. And they make him pay for it as Robley will head over to second and
back in the same position.
2 runs score off of that.
Well, that's the thing. Robley's probably telling himself, "Hey, they don't think I can hit." It's a motivational tactic he uses as a hitter to say, they think they can attack me. They think they're going to get me out. They don't think I'm good enough, to hit this ball. Now, a lot of that's just putting forces on. They may not be thinking not enough about the next hitter, but that's something you use as a motivational tactic yourself. Say, hey, I'm going to make this personal. They don't think I can hit.
So that's a 2 RBI double.
And they're doing it again.
And they're going to send Rip Roberts.
Sundberg's telling himself the same thing. Hey, this is personal. Let me show them why they shouldn't have walked Roberts.
Although he struck out his last at bat.
He did. But there's a reason he's going to play at the next level.
Yeah.
It's consistency. It's he might have struck out the last at bat, but there's a reason you're playing at that next level.
And Boston Sundberg will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Also reached base on balls. Has an RBI as well, an RBI double. That one's a strike.
Dixon getting ahead there. That's good. Getting ahead still. Keep attacking.
Dixon with the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1.
The advantage, too, for Skyridge is nobody's holding anybody on. So they can get these big leads because they're just trying to play big to get that last out. So, a regular single base hit up the middle, going to score 2, most likely.
2-1 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Dixon with the pitch. And strike 2. Dixon. That one's low, ball 3, so we go full.
And runners are running here.
Everyone's running. 2 outs, bases loaded, full count. For Boston Sundberg, the catcher.
They're just making sure he goes home.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
He's fighting.
Big play here is we're all knotted up at 4.
Huge part of the game right here. This could be a big turn of the game.
Here's the payoff. Fouled off again. Stays alive.
And that's good by both guys. Dixon's keep attacking, keep throwing strikes. Sundberg, keep fighting them off. Let's find a hole.
Dixon's at 72 pitches. And that'll be a base hit. Here comes a runner coming into third from second, and it'll be a 3 RBI double.
What a huge at bat. He kept fighting, just sprays one down the line.
Boston Sundberg.
Wasn't at bat.
3 RBI double.
Wasn't at bat. He's all fired up.
And Skyridge with the lead.
Sometimes those decisions to walk guys pay off. Sometimes they don't. That's just decisions you make as a coach.
Zayden by. Strike 1. So now Skyridge. With a 3-run lead with 7 hits. Zayden By is 0 for 2. He grounded into double play. his last at bat. And that was in the 3rd inning. And Zayden Bai is the last batter from the last inning, and that will do it, as we almost went the full order. And that will do it. 5 runs scored in the inning for Skyridge. They hold a 7-4 lead here on KSLSports.com. Bottom of the 4th inning, Skyridge with a 7-4 lead after bringing in 5 runs in the top of the 4th to take the lead. And now to lead off is Cooper Goff for the Sentinels. Now, Taylor, that was a big inning for Skyridge.
Exactly what they needed, right? Get 5 runs, and they did it in a few ways, a few walks, a few hits, and then getting Sunberg to be able to take some pitches there, get to a full count. Guys are running, just lays one down the line. Just need guys to be able to execute, right, in situations like that, which they did.
Whitehead with the pitch. That one's outside for ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Leadoff man, Cooper Goff. He's 0 for 1. And that one stays outside. Comes in a little bit, but still outside the strike zone for ball 2. That one's also upstairs. Ball 3, hitter's count.
It's probably the last guy on Mountain Ridge you want to get a new hitter's count with, but thankfully there's nobody on. It's not going to really kill you here if you don't have like a bases loaded type situation, but exactly what Mountain Ridge is looking for. Get a guy on. He did that.
Base on balls. So Goff is aboard. Leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Brody Gerard, who is, get his stat line here in just a moment. He's 1 for 2. Strike 1. Still cloud cover. The sun's out a little bit in certain parts. There's supposed to be a chance of rain throughout the day, as that one's grounded to third. Couldn't quite haul it in, and that'll be a base hit. Well, they actually scored that as an error, so he'll reach on an error, an E5.
Those are tough. I mean, the ball's hit hard. Come off the turf, looks like it kind of took another little bounce that maybe he wasn't expecting, but it also looked like he's just getting antsy. He wanted to try to get to second before he fielded it, right? So a lot of times we say slow is fast. Let's try to get that first out. Let's not get too rushed to try to get the double play. Just take it slow, field the ball, throw it. It's easier said than done. Again, especially in a situation like this, we're in a playoff game. But yeah, slow is fast. Gotta stay smooth with your fielding and just get the out.
We're in a College World Series type format here in the 5A, 6A level. 5A is being held right now over at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. You can go check out those games with Brian Priest and Mike Matthews. But we'd like you to stay here with me and Taylor.
We're hoping everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it fun. I might have a few more stories in me, too.
I'm down with that as he gets hit by a pitch.
Team's fired up.
And that was Carson Fankhauser, who scored a run off of a single last at-bat.
Yeah, that's the last thing that Skyridge wanted, especially after a big inning. You want to go in and shut them down, not hitting people. I mean, if they get a couple hits, fine. A couple walks here and there is what's hard. You need to get back and attack guys.
So that will load up the bases. And we might have a pitching change. Yep. Coach Roberts takes the ball. We'll find out who the next pitcher is after this. You're watching the 6A baseball tournament on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. The new pitcher is Tate Young for Skyridge. And we'll get you the numbers on him. 15 appearances, Taylor. 3-1 record. and a 6.32 ERA. And also some other numbers for Tate, the senior, by the way. 34 1/3 innings pitched, 50 hits, 43 runs, 31 of them earned with 19 walks, 21 strikeouts, and he's allowed 6 home runs. So far, we've had a couple that have maybe gone to the warning track just a little bit, but nothing that's really threatened to go yard.
Yeah, nothing hit super deep today, but I think that just sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get balls that are going to be hard, and especially at the high school level, right? You're not going to have a lot of balls that leave the yard that often. So
especially if you go like center field, that's 402 feet. Over to left, here at Miller Field, it's 347 and 343 in right field.
It's a deep park.
There was a kid, as that one is called strike one for number 2, Boston Swain, who is 1 for 1. He has an RBI double to his name. There was a kid in the 4A, I think it was the championship series or the F game, as he's hit by a pitch, that they were looking at it, and that one like hit a house over at Kearns High School, and they were thinking it might have gone 460 feet.
That's incredible.
Absolutely crushed that thing. You guys can go check that out over on the KSL Sports Instagram, but like, my goodness.
Yeah, 460 is insane. If you're hitting the ball 460 in high school, that's crazy.
Like, there hasn't been a major league player who's hit 460 this year. Close, but still hasn't. Like, that's absolutely insane. Like, it might have hit the roof of that house, like behind it. Now, I don't know what the dimensions are. I think they're a little bit smaller at Gates Field. That one's lifted to center, and that'll be a base hit. That's going to bring 1 run home, potentially a second, nope, he'll stay at third. So that'll be a 2 RBI double for Dalton Fay. Big time hit there.
Yeah, got something in the gap, saw something he liked, and drove it. And now you're in a good position. Second and third, 0 outs. You're like, hey, let's just keep this thing cooking.
So I believe Boston Swain, and he is at third base. Carson Fankhauser came home.
Coach is telling him on third, hey, look, we got 0 outs. Let's
so
not do anything here. Let's not do anything here to take a chance on getting thrown out at home. Let's see what our guys can do here, especially with 0 outs. Like, let's not take any chances here.
Tied up 7-7. 1-0 the count. Here for Tate Young. And Krasner is at the plate, the second baseman. He's facing a 3-0 count. But he reached on an error his last at-bat and reached base on balls his first at-bat in the first inning. For the Sentinels, as they've been able to level this one up. And he'll get a walk. So again, runners are being scored with very little hits being put up for Mountain Ridge because of plays like this. Like they have 7 runs on just 4 hits, Taylor.
That's the thing. You got few hit by pitches and some walks, and before you know it, they got 3 runs, the bases are loaded, and 0 outs still. That's a tough position to be in the field, knowing you don't have any outs yet. So we got to get back in the zone here. We can't walk. The biggest thing too, that especially in the game of baseball, is walks killing you in high school. They're going to kill you. I'd rather a guy beat me by hitting the ball around the yard. I know they hit a double, off near the wall just a few at-bats ago, but I need guys to beat me. Free walks they just hurt you. Like, let our defense work. Let's see what we can make happen here and not giving them free passes.
Carter Bell at the bottom of the order now.
It's been an exciting game, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for a better start for a game.
That one is a ball. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. Ball 2. And that one is sent to short and couldn't quite get the double play, so he's aboard on fielder's choice.
That's a tough play. You just saw that for those that can see it on the broadcast. I mean, that ball's hit hard, short hopping you. Especially trying to turn 2, it's getting your body to adjust while also shifting your weight to be able to throw it over to second. So he's kind of, wore that in the stomach probably a little bit, and it's a good play. That's a tough play to get it over there. Good turn by second baseman, too. Just, he was pretty quick getting out of the box, too, the batter.
So Faye is at third. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order with Brody Buck. And Buck is 0 for 1. He's reached base on balls twice. He calls time. The count, 1 out. Coming up next, after this one, will be Corner Canyon, the 11 seed, against Lone Peak, the 3 seed. Is that to strike 1, 2-1 now. So a Region 3 showdown. And then we'll head to the top of the bracket, Taylor, at 4:30, the number 1 seed, defending champion American Fort Cavemen will take on the Jordan Beat Diggers, the 9 seed. That one is sent to short. Roberts over to second. And
nice turn there.
6-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning.
Another tough play by Roberts there. I mean, being able to get that on a short hop, get to the second baseman. Second baseman's got some good hands. That was a nice quick turn.
So 4 runs scored for the Sentinels, and they have an 8-7 lead over Skyridge. We'll be back with the top of the 5th here on KSLSports.com.
Looks like they got it wrong in the thing here.
We do have a pitching change. So Carson Fankhauser will come on to pitch. He was the designated hitter. So my guess is that the pitcher will then just move to the designated hitter spot.
Potentially, unless they put him in the field.
Or put him in the field and shift it around. We'll try to keep you posted on those moves, but we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. For Fankhauser, though, we'll get you his pitching stats. He has 10 appearances, 6-3 record, 2.38 ERA, so a solid solid year for him. 50 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts, Taylor.
That's pretty good. I mean, when you're in the number 2 seed in the tournament, you got some good pitching. We talked about this before the broadcast started, right? That to go deep in this tournament and to be in this position, you got to have a deep pitching staff. It's not something that you can come in with a shallow staff, especially even the bullpen and your starters.
Zayden Bai will lead off the inning here for the Falcons. And he already faces an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 1. We'll get you the pitching numbers for all these guys.
Fighting it off again, man.
And
They've done
a base hit.
4 or 5 times a day.
So that's a lead-off single for Zayden Bai.
Again, just not trying to do too much. Just fight it off, take an inside-out pitch, and push into right field. I mean, that's stuff you work in batting practice too, right? It's not something that happens by accident. You're focused on pitching inside, outside, down the middle. What do your hands look like? Are you taking this pitch and letting it get deep? You're pushing it to right? And just trying to put the hands on the ball and see what happens. Exactly what they're doing.
Strike 1 there for Brady Butters. He has 2 ground outs in his previous at-bats. Fankhauser goes low and outside, ball 2, and they try to get the pick off at first.
Just keep him honest over there. Nothing wrong with that.
A bunt.
Bunt.
That's fouled near the batter's circle.
Looks like they're trying to catch him off guard and move the runner. Maybe just trying to get the game tied up or something, get a guy in scoring position.
Yeah, near that unfamiliar Y that's down there. Trying to figure out where that logo was coming from.
We're not doing that today, Trevor. Come on now. No bad talking the Cougs today.
I don't have a problem with the Cougars. I did cover the Utes, though, for 10 years, so apologies.
We'll give you that.
Grounded, and it gets into the gap for a base hit. That will send him to third. And he does drop the ball at third base, so he is safe. Is Zayden Bai, so he's at third. I wonder how they'll score that, if it'll be a double or a single and then...
That's a single.
Yeah, a single and then getting over there.
Yeah, the center fielder already thrown it to third by the time he even got to first base. So, yeah, that's a single with just being able to move up to second there.
So Brady Butters.
Although I bet Butters would hope that there's a double in the scorebook. That's what I always hope.
Yeah.
Hey,
You always would rather have a double than a single.
Yeah, I'll vouch for myself. That was a double, Coach. You saw that? You see how fast I got out of the box? There's no way they would throw me out. Of course.
It's all up to our guy Curtis Pettengill, who's keeping stats.
Yeah.
Who's done a phenomenal job, by the way. Big shout out to him.
I'd be talking to him after the game saying, you gave me a double, right?
Yeah, you did, right? No, it's kind of a big nice complex here at Miller Park. You've got Gail Miller Field, the softball complex, right behind us. I'll be over there on Thursday and Friday for the 5A, 6A softball championship series right here on KSLSports.com. But I'll be here with you, Taylor, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for bracket play.
You got to deal with me for 2 more days after this. So
you know what?
sorry.
I'm all right with that. As long as we keep the, insults to a minimum. I think you and I could get along just fine.
Well, I told you I'd share a cougar tail with you, so that's on me.
Yeah,
We'll get you the experience.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I got to think that one through.
Hey, once you see how much I'm enjoying it, you're going to want to enjoy yourself. So.
I do enjoy a donut. That's for sure.
You got to give a shout out to softball. Been watching some college softball this week.
Yeah.
And those girls are athletic. They're strong. Man,
we've also had some really good softball games last week at the high school level. 3A and 4A, particularly, have been great games.
What a fun sport to watch.
After the meeting on the mound, we'll continue here with Bo Larson. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 runs. And here's the pitch from Fankhauser. That one's outside for ball 1.
Looks like Larson was a little out front there, too. He probably rolled that over. We've got a contact on that. Looks like he was looking for fastball. It was out on his front foot there.
That one's a strike.
But the thing is, a few of them been out on their front foot, and they've been still be able to put the bat on the ball and just squeak it by the infield. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just a game of baseball.
Fankhauser, swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout. Fankhauser, number 59 this season. He leads the team in strikeouts. Barely, actually. Klassen, number 17 for them, has 57 strikeouts. Fankhauser with 59 now. And that'll be out number 1. And now Grayson Bauer, who was pitching. And now it's Tate Young. But Bauer continues to bat, and he'll send that one into center field. And out number 2 is there, but the sacrifice fly will come home. So score that as a sacrifice fly for Grayson Bauer, and that brings the Falcons tied with the Sentinels.
You're happy with that, especially at the end of your lineup. I mean, the last thing you want to do is go throughout this inning without getting a run. Let's tie this ball game up. I mean, the coach, you saw that earlier with the coach with him taking a bunt. He was willing to bunt and get this guy over, and let's go score a run, and that's what they did here. So maybe even a chance to squeeze one by here and get another one, but you're happy just getting a run, especially near the bottom of your lineup like that.
And that'll be a base hit as well. That'll send another run home for Dalton Fay. And it'll be an RBI double. Yep, he'll stay at second. Was thinking about heading to third.
Is that our oh my moment we've been waiting for?
Was
that oh my? That was Bauer.
That is Mason oh my. That is.
We were waiting for our oh my moment.
We got an oh my moment. He sent that to left field. An RBI double.
10 hits to 4 for Skyridge and Mountain Ridge. Just tells you two different teams playing, trying to score at different levels, whether it's walks and hit by pitch for Mountain Ridge. Skyridge is just putting the ball in play.
Now we're back to the top of the order with Miles Robinson.
That's huge, too. When your bottom of your lineup can pull you through like that to the top, and you got a guy in second again and a chance to get more runs at the top of the lineup coming around. It's a good feeling when the bottom of the lineup kind of pulls you through like that.
Robinson reached base on balls twice, and he has an RBI double. And now Skyridge with the lead, 9-8 on 10 hits, as you mentioned, but 2 errors. Error-free baseball so far for Mountain Ridge, but only 4 hits. But they've doubled their runs from their hits. As you mentioned, 2 different types of baseball being played here.
You'll do whatever you need to do to win the game. And when you take some pitches, you'll take walks, you'll take hit by pitches. But, Skyridge they're winning by putting the ball in play.
2-1 the count. Fankhauser to Miles Robinson. 2 outs with a runner on second. And that's Mason Omai. Outside, ball 3.
What's kind of interesting is I wonder how it'll impact the teams as we move along, too. Especially it seems like both teams are using really good pitchers. I don't know what the other pitching situation for starters and bullpen looks like, but it's a big strategic game you're playing of when do we use guys, how much are we willing to sacrifice the next game for our guys this game. You got a high-scoring game already. It's a tough decision that I don't envy the coaches in that decision-making.
Yeah. I'll ask you this after this pitch. Full count, 2 outs, and he'll walk them. If you're managing a team at the high school level that's coming into bracket play, how would you approach pitching? Would you have your ace start in that first game, or would you save him for maybe an elimination game, a semifinal? Where would you kind of sneak that in there?
Yeah, I think we talked about that before the broadcast. I would just try not to overthink. You know what I mean? Not overthink it. Like, we're going to throw our ace. We want to go out and get a win. I think the last thing you want to do, too, is fall behind and fall into the bracket with a loss, right? At least if you can get a win that first game, you can get your ace. Like, let's say you lose the next game, you can bring your ace back. So, for me personally, I'm just trying to go out and play my best and, hope that the other guys pull through. I'm not going to overthink it. Now, there's some strategy involved there, but I'm definitely throwing my ace game 1. But right. Again, that's why these guys are doing what they're doing, what I'm doing. Yep. They know more than I do.
All right, so a ground out for that third out, and that'll end the inning. It is 9-8 in favor of Skyridge. Back with the bottom of the inning coming up next here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. I'm glad that we're not on the air for some of these comments. Trevor Allen, Taylor Morris here with you. Austin Bigelow on the camera. It's 9-8 in favor of the Skyridge Falcons, the 7th seed here in bracket play out of Region 3. And leading off here in the bottom of the 5th will be number 21, Riker Mortensen. He was hit by a pitch. And so far looking to get his first hit of the game, and that is chopped. Chopper over to short, and that'll be out number 1 on the first pitch.
Nice play by Rip over there.
And now that'll bring up Cooper Goff, who reached base on balls his last at bat. I think he was intentionally he did reach on balls. He wasn't intentionally walked, but
He back in the zone by Young here. Getting the ground ball, attacking back at the hitter here, 29. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Thought about the swing on that. Held off. Ball 1. Yeah, Goff 0 for 1 officially. And Young with 18 pitches. So we are on the 3rd pitcher for Skyridge. Only 2 pitchers for Mountain Ridge. So coaches with some choices to make for tomorrow as well. You got to kind of keep that in the back of your mind. That one's fouled off down the first baseline.
You know, and the teams will have an idea. The coaches will talk about it and say, hey, you know, this is what we're thinking of doing based off of this happens or that happens. You know, those things change a little bit, but they have a good idea who they're going to throw and what situation. You know, let's say a team got up, right? They have situations in which they're going to decide who they're going to throw. Right?
And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be the second out.
Yeah,
so
Young
a big strikeout there.
Yeah, Young looks good. These two hitters here, attacking the first guy, getting him to roll over, and then getting a strikeout there. So that's what you're looking for. He's settling down. Another ground ball here.
Yep, grounder to short. Roberts, can he make it there in time? And he does.
You know what's crazy there is he made a bobble. He dropped it on the ground, and his arm is so strong, he still threw him out. If I drop the ball on the ground like that, I'm not getting anybody out. But that's why you have an athlete there like Roberts that just can do that.
So 1, 2, 3 inning for the Skyridge Falcons on defense. Now Mountain Ridge will play defense. Skyridge up next. 9-8 Falcons here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Miller Field as we head to the top of the 6th with Skyridge holding a 1-run lead with Rip Roberts coming to the plate, playing shortstop, and so far he is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. His last at-bat, he reached base on balls.
You know, I just got to say, as a baseball purist, I haven't said this yet, that
purist.
Just having a name Ripken
after
Cal Ripken.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, both my kids are named after baseball players too, so I can appreciate it.
Yeah, you know when you love baseball when you name your kids after players, and that'll be a base hit, as it just went past the glove of the second baseman, so that's a leadoff single for Rip Roberts. My scorebook, man, there's a lot of boxes being filled in. A lot of at-bats for these guys.
Looks like you're doing geometry over there.
Seriously, it feels like it. All these codes. Coming to the plate is Boston Sundberg. He's had a fantastic game.
Great at bat last inning. So, you know, the thing, too, is he just looks really comfortable. You see him in the box. He's seeing the pitches. He looks like he's a tough guy to get out right now. He just looks like he knows what he's looking for, and he's locked in.
He drove in 3 runs in his last at-bat off of a double and had another RBI double in the first inning. So,
and when you're hot in baseball, you're hot. Like, you know, when you're in a slump,
he's got a hot bat.
Yeah, you try to forget. But when you're on a heater, you try to remember that.
And he grounds that one to second. And just as we say that broadcaster's jinx, I apologize, Boston Sundberg. That will go to a 4-6-3 double play.
Didn't mean to jump
for out
jinx
number
there, Mr.
2.
Sundberg.
Oh, boy. See, I want to ask you this, Taylor. Do you believe in the broadcaster's jinx?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so maybe we should just be careful. We're not going for any team here. But, you know, we're doing a lot of jinxing already.
Yeah. So. See, I believe in it, too. And there's a guy I know down in St. George as the pitch is here with 2 outs. That one's lifted. And is it going to get down? No, but a great grab.
He got some athletes out on that route because they've had some plays where they haven't judged it, but then they've made some incredible plays to be able to make the catch. So props to Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Riker Morton, nice job on that grab. That'll end the inning. But we'll come back with the broadcaster's jinx talk after this here on KSLSports.com.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Sentinels is Carson Fankhauser, who was the designated hitter. Now he's the pitcher. But Taylor, on this whole broadcaster's jinx thing, I believe in it. My guy down in St. George, I'll call him out. Devin Dixon doesn't believe in it. And I say this because there was a kid for Desert Hills baseball who went all the way through bracket play and did not get out. And he was the state leader in home runs as I went to swing and a miss, strike 2 for Young. But in the very first game of the championship series, that kid got out. And Devin mentioned it on the broadcast as he was at bat. And he told me he doesn't believe it. And I said, if that isn't a broadcaster's jinx, I don't know what is.
You might think it's coincidence, but you know what? If you've played baseball before,
I believe in it.
Coincidence. There's superstitions.
Which is why I always apologize to those athletes when I jinx them.
Yep.
That one is lifted into left center.
What a swing.
And that one's heading to the wall, and it's gone! Home run for Carson Fankhauser! And a leadoff solo shot
what a
to
swing.
tie the ball game.
We were just talking about how they were just walking and getting hit by pitches, and guess what? Fankhauser says, we can hit too. He hits one out of here. And he hits one out of the gap. That had been near 400. I mean, he hit it over that 380 sign. That's a nice pop right there.
That went right behind the picture of Glenn Tuckett, a former BYU baseball coach.
What a swing.
That went probably, I'd say, 400 feet.
Yeah, it did. It cleared the wall pretty
because it was just to the left of the center field wall, where that is 402, and that just cleared the wall. Like, it didn't go to the road leading over to the Marriott Center where it may have hit a car.
Well, the ball does fly better when it's cold.
Yeah.
It flies a lot better when it's cold.
Guys are probably loving that.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't like the fact that they're, tight.
It's the only thing good about playing in the cold is the ball flies further.
Yeah, especially in 10-degree weather. Don't ask Taylor Morris to play.
No, because I'll be soft. I'll be waiting on the bus.
You guys tell me how it goes.
Yeah. Let me know how we did.
I bet your coaches weren't thrilled with you.
Hey, I showed up. I didn't tell them I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, that's true. Boston Swain now trying to add to this. But a great way to lead off the inning. Our first home run of the game. And we'll look at how many home runs that is for Fankhauser.
Oh, what a pitch.
Great pitch there. Fankhauser. Taylor, that's his first of the season.
Wow. His first strikeout?
No, first home run.
First home run of the season.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Pretty good timing, if you ask me.
Very good timing. There was one time we were playing a game. We were playing Bishop Gorman, and for those who, know about Bishop Gorman.
People know who Bishop Gorman is around here.
And we were playing Bishop Gorman, and, you're talking about the first home run of the season. Well, there was a gentleman by the name of Joey Gallo who hit 3 home runs off us in one game.
Oh, boy.
And I feel like an old person now because I'm
grounded
dating myself.
to third. Yep.
Nice play by
And
the
tags him, and he's out. So that's out number 2.
Joey Gallo, 3 home runs off us.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the whole team was going D1.
Were you pitching?
I was one of those home runs. And I remember walking out of the ballpark, and the scout said to me, he said, "Don't worry, that's not the farthest ball I've seen him hit." And for some reason, that didn't make me feel any better.
That doesn't make you feel any better.
He still smashed his ball on me. It was gone.
Don't worry, that wasn't the farthest one I've seen. Like, okay, that wasn't that's not comforting at all.
No, I still gave up a straight dinger. So
0-1 the count here for Dalton Fay. 2 RBI double in his last at bat. That one goes high for ball 1. That evens the count at 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We may go extras. We'll see. That'd be a great way to lead off our day here at Miller Field. A quadruple header. We're in game 1 of that.
We get a few extra inning games. You might as well just sleep here.
I know, seriously.
Should have brought our pillow and a blanket.
Yeah, can we just pull up a cot? Go sleep in my car.
Yeah.
3-1 the count here for Tate Young. He's the 3rd pitcher to appear for the Falcons here in this one. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. That one's sent over the shortstop, and that'll be a base hit there for Alex Krasner.
A lot of back and forth in this game, which is fun to see. This is a good game. This is exactly the first game of the playoffs that you're looking to see each team's finding ways to get on. Finkhauser hits one out. They get back into there, and we still just are putting the ball in play and getting singles, and that's why the seventh inning is going to be a great inning.
That one goes upstairs for ball one as number 27, Carter Bell. He reached on fielder's choice in the fourth inning. And Young is at 38 pitches. So as it stands, he would need 1 day rest. And he can go all the way to 60 pitches before having to take another day rest. Or if he gets to 75 in 2 days, he would be out. He'd have to come out completely. And they will have to take 1 day rest, by the way, on that. So he could pitch tomorrow if needed. But then once you hit that 75 mark in 2 days. And that one's a hard stop, by the way. You can't finish the batter. And a called strike three. Caught looking. So a backwards K to end the inning. And we'll head to the top of the seventh. Get your popcorn ready. We got a good one coming here on KSLSports.com. All knotted up at 9 as we head to the top of the seventh. Skyridge will come to the plate next. Brady Butters will lead off, where he is 1 for 3. Scored a run in his last at-bat on a single. And then later scored a run, I should say. And then Bo Larson and Grayson Bauer. So towards the bottom of the order. And then if we get there, Mason Omai in the 9 hole. Finkhauser will go outside for ball one. Go same spot. Seems like he's trying to paint that outside corner, Taylor. And he's just outside of it.
It's part of the strategy there.
That one he does get the strike, so 2-1 now. And strike 2. So after giving up 2 balls, now he gets 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Here for Brady Butters. And that one is into right field. And it'll be a base hit, so a leadoff single for Brady Butters.
Has hit last at bat, too. Got another one for Butters. He's seeing the ball well.
Yeah, that's 2 straight hits for Brady. Now, Bo Larson, he's had a solid outing. He's scored 2 runs, and he has 2 singles, but his last at-bat was a strikeout as he bunts over to the pitcher, and he is out at second. So they do get the force out at second base.
And that's where, as a bunter, he's got to get that ball down the line. It's either third baseline or first baseline. The last place you want it to go, and you practice not to push it back to the pitcher. Now, it's easier said than done. Bunting's not easy, but you really got to get that down the line. You can't be putting it right back to the pitcher because, now you're in a position you don't want to be in. You're 1 out, and you got a guy on first. You're trying to get a guy on second, move him over. You just got to get that ball down, either third or first baseline. Can't back to the pitcher.
And we have a speed-up runner, or a pinch runner, because, let's see, yeah, because Bo Larson is a third baseman, so you get speed-up runners for catchers and pitchers, and then other than that, it has to be a pinch runner, and so Grayson Bauer is at the dish.
Yeah, it looks like they're really trying to. I would expect him, now that he's got a ball, that he might be going in the next few pitches. He's trying to get a guy on second. And that's why I put the pinch runner in. And he also thinks that, hey, we don't think Butters is going to come back up. This game's going to end this inning or next. So let's take our chances.
That one goes inside. Has to back up. Ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Now we'll see what the coach's decisions are, but 2-0, I don't see him going, but if he gets a strike on him, definitely could see him try to steal second.
1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Now it's fouled off behind home plate.
Also depends if he gets a good jump. He might be telling him, hey, if you can go, but make sure you get a good jump. Don't get picked off over there.
Mason Omai is in the on-deck circle. For Bauer, a sacrifice fly, his last at-bat, and now that one goes a little bit loose.
Hit him in the ribs.
Yeah.
That does not feel good.
But he's safe either way. And it looks like Coach Whitney is going to come out and talk to his pitcher. We'll see if he takes the ball, if we have a pitching change. There is some activity in the bullpen for Mountain Ridge. Well, it sounds like this one's just a meeting. So if you're just joining us, it was Skyridge who scored a run in the first inning, and then Mountain Ridge followed up with 3 runs in the in the bottom of the first, and then it was 3-2 through 2 innings. Still Mountain Ridge, and then the Sentinels scored a run in the bottom of the third to make it 4-2, and then Skyridge went off for 5 runs in the 4th inning to take a 7-4 lead. And then Mountain Ridge took the lead back with 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th, took a 1-run lead, and then 2 runs for Skyridge in the top of the 5th to take a 1-run lead, and then 1 run in the bottom of the 6th for Mountain Ridge to tie the ball game, and that was a solo home run by Carson Fankhauser. Here's the pitch, and he hits him. So now 2 runners aboard.
About stealing second.
By the way, the pinch runner is number 30, Briggs Wilson. He's at second base. And Mason Omai. By the way, that is the second hit by pitch for Bauer.
So wearing him.
He's been wearing it a little bit.
That's a team player right there. That's the type of guys you want to play with.
Mason Omai with a RBI double in his last at-bat. Strike 1 on that pitch. Great delivery there by Fankhauser. Yeah, it looks like over along the third base line. Swing and a miss there. There's a couple of guys over there.
He must have been looking for something else or something. He was way late on that pitch, so he just got to battle up now. Fankhauser's got to attack him. The catcher's telling him, hey, let's make sure it's outside. Don't put this anywhere near the plate.
Here's the pitch. That one's outside, ball 1.
Exactly where they want it to. Don't give him anything he can hit here.
Trying to get him to chase.
Yep. Especially, Omai had a hit last at bat, but 9-hole hitter, don't serve him anything up there.
Check swing, but strike 3. And they're talking about it, but Mason Omai will head back to the dugout as that's a big strikeout for Carson Fankhauser.
It's right
2
on
outs.
The corner, too. That's a good pitch. That's tough to get to.
That's the second strikeout for Omai. And now we're back to the top of the order with Miles Robinson. 3 walks. And he also has an RBI double. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It looks like we'll have a little bit of a late start for Corner Canyon Lone Peak, especially if we go to extra innings. Schedule start at 1:30. Don't think we're going to hit that. And that one is outside, ball 1.
He's trying to backdoor him there with a little off speed on the offside, backside part of the plate, which is a good pitch. Just looks like he just missed a little bit. Miles just got to battle up here. 1-2, just like they've been doing all game at Skyridge.
1-2 the count. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside. That'll even up the count at 2-2. You've got Briggs Wilson, the pinch runner, is at second. And you've got Grayson Bauer at first base. Now hit into left field, and it'll be a base hit, and that'll send Briggs Wilson home.
Wow.
And coming around the corner as well as Grayson Bauer, and that'll be a 2 RBI triple for Miles Robinson. And that gives Skyridge a 2-run lead.
Just being the leadoff guy, being one of the leaders, was putting the bat on the ball, put something in the gap. You know, the left fielder just misjudged that a little bit. Probably should have just been a single, but, you know, scrolls by him, and Skyridge has got the lead now.
That's a big play right there for Miles Robinson. He's now got 3 RBIs, a double, and a triple. That one's fouled off. And that'll end the inning. But not without giving up 2 runs. So now Mountain Ridge with a little bit of work to do, as they have 3 outs to try and get at least 2 runs. We'll find out what happens next. You're watching the 6A baseball tournament on KSLSports.com. With only 3 outs remaining to try and get 2 runs to send this to extra innings, or 3 to win the ball game. Otherwise, Skyridge will come away with the upset win as the 7 seed, currently holding a 2-run lead, 11-9, against the 2-seeded Mountain Ridge Sentinels, the Region 2 champs. And we're at the top of the order, so if you're Mountain Ridge, you're loving that. With Brady Buck, Riker Morton, and Cooper Goff.
They're at the top of your lineup for a reason, so this is right where we want to be if you're Mountain Ridge.
Brody Buck grounded into double play. His last at bat starts out with a ball 1. And ball 2.
Yeah, Young's just got to get back in the zone here. We can't have a leadoff walk. Attack him. Let's see if we can make our defense help us here.
Now one goes low as well and outside, so ball 3.
Brody's being patient here. He's doing exactly what leadoff should be doing.
Yes, I think it's ball 3. Here's the pitch. Okay, maybe it was ball 2. I don't know. They're not updating the.
Pretty sure it's 3-1.
Yeah, it's 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not up there. There they go. They're not updating the. You are.
Yeah, I'm on
for
top
us,
of it over here.
But
remember, you're the crazy one, not me.
I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking at the scoreboard. So for the audience watching, you're doing a great job. And now it's a full count. Here's the pitch. And that goes right to the first base coach.
He's ready to play.
And he'll throw it right back to us.
He's ready to play. He's played some ball in his time.
Caught that barehanded. You don't get a mitt as a coach.
No, his hands still work. Those hands are smooth, I could tell.
That might hurt, though, because it's cold out.
It is cold, but.
And a strike 3. He had to back up a little bit, so I don't know, Taylor. What do you think?
That's kind of hard to see from that, but the principle is the same. It's something you can't take right there, right? If it's close, you've seen this umpire call some, off the zone a little bit. You gotta swing.
And he was caught looking on that one, so backwards K. But as he was heading to the dugout, had some words for the umpire behind home plate.
It's hard. You got these kids; they're passionate. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, and I don't blame them. It's especially in a situation like this, but it's kind of a tough pitch to take. But all these kids are talented; they're competitive, and it's tough to maybe feel indifferent, or different about a call that was made.
Riker Morton is at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And he's also been hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. here for Tate Young.
You can hear the Skyridge side getting excited here. You know, a couple hits from Mountain Ridge, they can bring themselves back in. This is what makes baseball great.
That one's outside for a ball. Some were thinking maybe a strike.
Yep, or hoping.
Yeah, hoping for sure. Not as far of a trek for Skyridge as it is for Mountain Ridge to get down here. One's outside for a ball. So we go full, 3-2. No one on, one out. Riker Morton trying to keep
Got to attack
team
here,
in
the
it.
same as last at bat. Attack.
Here's the pitch. That one is high, but it'll go down to the left fielder and caught for out number 2.
And now Goff's up. He's the best hitter on the team for a reason. So
the final out here.
He's got to have a good at bat here. It doesn't mean that even if he walks, it's fine, right? Because he still needs 2 runs. So in the technicalities of things, your run does not matter. Like, you need to find a way to get on base no matter what. Guys behind you have to be able to pick it up. So you don't need to try to hit a home run here.
And that one is high too, but that should probably do it. And it does. Miles Robinson hauls it in. And there's the upset. The number 7 seed Skyridge Falcons pick up an 11-9 win over the 2 seed Mountain Ridge Sentinels. After a big 7th inning where they put in 2 runs to take the lead. Taylor, that was a great first start to the day.
Man, what a fun game. A 9-11 ball game. Different ways of manufacturing runs by each team. That's something that I think each team will then decide, based on how this game went, how they need to make adjustments, right? Good job by Skyridge coming away and pulling out the upset here. It's a playoffs. Any team can win. You got to show up, right, and play it one game at a time. So Mountain Ridge is not out of this, right? Like, that's the thing. You got 2 losses for a reason. So it's just the first game, but it does feel nice to get that first win.
All right, now Taylor, let's select our player of the game. There's a couple options here. I think you can go with Boston Sundberg. You could go with, because he had a 3 RBI double, and then he had a RBI double earlier in the first inning. You could also go with Luke Robley or Miles Robinson.
Robinson, yeah, I think.
Who do you want to go with?
I think it's Miles Robinson, and the reason why is because, Sundberg had a big hit when bases were loaded, but Miles Robinson came up when the game was tied 9-9, and not only did he have 3 walks, he's patient, came up and had hit a triple, and when the team needed him. So I'd say, for a moment when he came up big for his team, I would say Miles Robinson. A great game by him, MVP for sure.
All right, we'll go ahead and give him our player of the game. Congratulations to Skyridge as they will move on to the next round. But again, Mountain Ridge still alive. So Skyridge will advance to play the winner of Corner Canyon and Lone Peak tomorrow at 4:30 right here at Miller Field and on KSLSports.com. Meanwhile, Mountain Ridge will start the day off tomorrow in the 1-loss bracket, and they will take on the loser of Corner Canyon and Lone Peak. So if you're just tuning in right now looking for the Lone Peak Corner Canyon game, we will have that for you. We're going to stop the stream for a few minutes while they warm up, and then we'll go get lineups and pictures and everything ready to go. So for Taylor and for Austin, I'm Trevor Allen. Once again, final score, Skyridge 11, Mountain Ridge 9. Coming up next, number 11, Corner Canyon will take on number 3, Lone Peak, right here on your home of high school championships in Utah, KSLSports.com.